Alright, so I guess we're going to get started here. Don't adjust your screens. It is Bryan and Nick. Coming back out of the darkness, whatever you want to say. Rising from the ashes as the mighty Phoenix in Arizona.
Man, Arizona shotguns.
Hey, oh, look at that. Let's do a few little house cleaning things here. Mothman Festival's coming up on the 17th.
We're going to be doing the
Got
TNT time.
Yeah, we're going to try to do the TNT area the week after so that everybody's gone and got it out of their system. And hopefully we'll be the only ones down there. And then we've got the paranormal convention in Cheat Lake the 9th. We will be there, so if anybody out there wants to swing by, it's from 10 to 6. We'll be there with our friends from Ethereal Investigations, Ricky and Rose and Amy. You've all seen their videos in our videos and stuff.
We'll have little things to buy and give away. We'll have little goodie bags.
And I'm making a little movie of all our best captures and evidence that we've gotten over the past couple of years. So I guess that leads us into what's been going on with us the last couple of years. Needless to say, it hasn't been a fun 2 years in our world, personally in our worlds.
A lot of changes.
I don't know if Nick, you want to go first, or you want
A couple changes for me. I moved a bit. I had a couple crazy times, people, and changed some jobs that moving a little bit better direction of things, and researching, doing stuff for ARL. Kind of took a break, took a breather, kind of recap a few things. So, yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah, well, my story is a little more, bad, worse, whatever you want to say. The last time we talked to you guys was in September of 2020 when we did the investigation of the Opera House in Ohio, which it had, national, credibility. There was a lot of the, TV shows, as you will, were there, so it was close enough for us to go and check it out, and we went and didn't really come across a whole lot of evidence. Some would call it a bust. There was a couple of things, but what happened after we got back, me and my wife got diagnosed with COVID, and she ended up dying. So I was dealing with that, and for obvious reasons, the ARL was put on the back burner, and trying to deal with that, get over that, and I ended up moving out of our house and was living in Morgantown for a little while, and so was kind of just going through the motions in life, and just going to work, coming home, going to work, coming home. And then the next April, I had neck surgery, and that put me out for a couple of months. So it was just a lot of things just compiling, and I was like, I can't do it anymore. So I did get to the point where I changed jobs, and I got my finances straightened up to where I could actually go out and get my own house. So I'm currently in Granttown and got a house, and things are moving forward. So me and Nick started talking a couple of months ago, and once I got this house and got in here and settled in, we decided that we were going to start the ARL back up. And now we're getting to where we're meeting and trying to tie some places down. We want to go local here for a little bit, try to get, it's been 2 years since we've done anything.
We got a little bit rusty with it.
What's that?
We got a little bit rusty.
Oh yeah, definitely going to be rusty. Definitely going to try to, get, refamiliarize ourselves with all the machines, and just even where everything's at, stuff's packed away. And so once we get that all situated and get some local hunts out of the way and get our feet back into it, we're gonna go at this. We're gonna do it, and
Got a couple places set up.
come hell or high water, I'm gonna be famous at this shit. Nah, I don't care what anybody says. I want to do this for a living. I don't want to have to grind from day to day. I want to be able to just worry about researching and figuring out better ways to capture and have all my time editing the footage to get to the point to where I could pay somebody to do it. That would be nice.
Oh yeah. And us both having different jobs and doing a little bit better, having more time to do things.
Getting weekends off and being able to get together. And
yeah, because my job before, I was working on night shift and barely got any weekend off really to do anything.
And that was a big issue too, trying to get schedules lined up. And it's like, well, we'll get together Saturday, and then something happens, like, you don't feel good, don't want it, and since I moved, 20 miles away, you don't feel good, or I don't feel good. I don't want to drive, all the way to Morgantown, and you don't want to come all the way to Granttown, and, so.
Yeah, it's good. We got a couple places, couple ideas up for Western PA too. Once we get a little bit better grounded and situated with more local stuff, there's a couple places up in PA we can go to. Looking forward to more not so tourist attraction places.
Yeah.
A lot of the tourist attraction places. We went to the Opera House, Shawnee. They're really great things. We got stuff from them too, but hindsight is
it's
the non-known stuff is better.
Yeah, it didn't match the hype.
Like it was creepy, but like we didn't get like the full proof that granted we still only had like so many different things. We're still limited.
Yeah, we didn't have, we have limited, resources, and being only two of us, and with Shawnee anyway, it's a huge area to cover.
Oh yeah.
Where we could be at one side of the park doing something, when in actuality there might be something going on over on the other side of the park, but we wouldn't know because it's only two of us,
Mm-hmm.
and
Which I got a sponsor set up.
we're really working to get back down there and hit that place again and get some stuff because I'm not gonna let that place get away without some decent evidence, some kind of evidence. I think we're gonna start hopefully either next weekend or the weekend after. We're gonna do the number 9 mine. My wife actually had family that died in the explosion, so hopefully having that personal connection and the names of her uncle and grandfather, that we can maybe use that as trigger.
Yeah, rise as
Yeah,
you
maybe
told me that they weren't recovered.
Yeah, the one body wasn't recovered, so he's still down there, cemented in, because that's what they do. When the fire breaks out, they just seal it up, and that's it. And that's sad. And so going to talk to them personally, because nobody goes there to talk to them or say anything to them personally. They just go to investigate. Hopefully it will yield some kind of.
How long ago was that? That was
1968, 69.
50 years ago.
Yeah, about 50 years ago. So, yeah. So hopefully that'll. And it's kind of good to get this podcast out of the way because this was the one I was dreading. Even though, if anybody cares that we weren't even around doing hunting anyway, we do this for us.
We do it for us. We do it for the future.
For the future, for posterity. And, we got some people out there that are interested, but, as a whole, we know we're just talking to ourselves. So it is what it is.
We still have podcasts and stuff on Spotify, too, So.
Yeah, once I put this up on the internet, it goes to all the platforms.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, where I work now, I got a good thing going on with, getting a couple sponsors set up and people who like to pay money for this kind of stuff. So
that's what we need. It's fun to travel to all these places, but when you don't have the monetary means to travel, yeah, we can go do local stuff, but like if we want to go to, if we want to go back to Shawnee or go to Moundsville, that's $300, $400, $500 to go to Moundsville.
Yeah, even like going out of state.
Yeah, if you want to go out of state to like Bobby Mackey's or to Waverly Hills, which is those are two places on my bucket list.
Even go back to my home state, Kansas.
Yeah,
there's a lot there. But that's 16 and a half hours.
And you
drive.
have
That's a couple $100 in gas alone.
Then you have there's the I can't remember the name of it now. It's in Philadelphia. There's a penitentiary in Pennsylvania. They're just far enough away, 7-8 hours, to where it's like, 3 or 4 is fine, But once you get into that where you gotta go overnight and stay the next day kind of thing, that's where the money comes in.
Yeah, we don't even get nice hotels too. We get
Motel 6.
Yeah, a little bit better than a motel, but
because Motel 6 keeps a light on for you, so it doesn't really matter.
Motel 6 isn't like a little run down. Yeah. At least you ain't gonna get shot.
Well, it's not going to be the Hilton or nothing, but
And that's how we show that we care too. You know, we don't spend the money that we do get or do have to spend.
That's
Pictures.
reserved for when we get famous, when we can go to, stay at the DoubleTree and
Yeah.
do all that good stuff.
Yeah, that's where the sponsors kick in.
Get the private jet and leave a humongous carbon footprint.
Is there a ghost TV show that has a private jet?
I'm sure Zach Bagans has his own jet.
He's a millionaire. That's different.
Well,
He was rich before he started.
No, he wasn't.
Well, I'll let you know when we get a jet. I'll be sure. I'll fly that thing.
Oh no, I want to live.
Alright.
So I guess this is the official
Reunion?
The ARL is officially back. Oh man, ain't nothing like that. Just so you know, Lord Calvert, I'm still waiting on your sponsorship.
We always take a shot.
I'm a huge fan of your products. I know everybody will laugh because it's cheap, but
It's not because it's cheap, it's because it's Canadian.
well, once in a while, Canada gets it right. I mean, other than like Celine Dion.
Hey, Celine Dion's alright.
No.
Better than Nickelback.
Mm.
Well, I don't know. I don't think I should say that. We should probably be kind of promoting Celine Dion and Nickelback. They might be helping us. Before you know
Well,
we'll
if
be
it comes to
somewhere.
the point where I need Nickelback's help, I'm the one to help.
Yeah, they can stay there. That's where you're going. We're not going nowhere. Nickelback's coming.
Yeah, once Nickelback comes calling you, you know it's over. God, that's bad. So I guess we should be hearing from them here soon.
Probably. That's right. I haven't had an album in 10 years.
I'll take Nickelback's money.
2 quarters.
Hey, their money spends just as well as Creed's.
Yeah, but Creed's Christian. They got that church money coming in for them.
Yeah.
But definitely looking forward to this.
Yeah,
For
it's
more
going to be
involved, more hands on.
And the more I was putting together that evidence reel for the Paracon, it was getting me jazzed up because we've captured some good stuff that,
For that Paracon too, I'll have some photos for sale of like Shawnee and certain ones like the highlights and things that we got. More landscape stuff because those are once in a lifetime pictures.
Oh yeah, those.
And I'm not bragging about my photography.
No, I agree.
Just location alone.
The location and the sunset. We were there at the perfect time for those pictures.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it's going to be fun. Because even the very little that we did before the past, when we first started, that little bit of evidence that we got, I mean,
our first time we got evidence. It was kind of every little spot we did, we got something.
At least we've at least gotten one good piece of evidence that we can't explain at each place that we've been. So
even if it wasn't something completely as a full visual or something, we saw at least looking back onto the audio, we got a voice, or looking back onto a standalone night vision camera, the black and white, we still got something.
Mm-hmm.
Those are still nice because they don't pick up dust or like bugs. It only picks up something completely.
Especially when you get stuff like that. Whatever it was that we got in the basement of the opera house that came out from behind the water tank.
Yeah.
It was a perfect circle. and it was see-through, that's not a bug. I'm sorry, you can't. Nobody can say that was a bug, because bugs aren't perfect circles.
That they'll move.
Yeah, they'll
more
move,
kind of
like sporadically, not like with a purpose. So
like that's kind of something people were trying to debug a while back. When we did Moose Lodge, people were saying, "Oh, that was a bug there. That's a bug here." Like, no, it's circle and it's moving in a straight line. There's no way.
and if you go into a place, like when we did the record store and we went into the sanctuary part, and a lot of because when he gave us the security footage of the time that we were there, you saw things moving across the screen, and when you're there, and the first thing you notice is that there are no bugs.
Yeah, they were even saying they moved in.
They moved in after it was vacant for like 10 years and said they were astounded there was no bugs in that sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
So anything that we captured on that camera was not.
Yeah, you and I every job we do, every investigation, we go through like at least the perimeter, like the layout of things, kind of get the history of it and stuff, and that's one of the things we look for.
We'll do a walkthrough before we start and see, okay, is there a lot of what's going to contaminate evidence? Okay, there's some bugs or something, especially outside. You really can't.
Outside, you can't avoid bugs, but we look and see, like, even with EMF readers, is there a transformer outside or something, or like, a lot of power lines, like that might pick it up. A lot of places you go to, there's not. Mm-hmm. Especially Shawnee. Shawnee is open. And Moose Lodge, we're in the middle of town.
Yeah.
We're underground for a lot, and we do our stuff. We make sure. So the stuff we get, some of it is bugs. We'll go through, we'll look like these 3 things here.
Especially if you're looking for a camera and you're like, oh, okay, I think that was a bug. They're not going to say, oh my God, what was that?
We don't have those facing us too.
We're going to kind of try to debunk it in real time, unless we don't see it, and then when you go back through the evidence.
See, that's kind of where you and I kind of cooperate a little bit better, because you're more into the paranormal ghosts, and I believe in that. But I believe more into of the angel demon kind of work. Like there's stuff you can't explain, but I'll try and debunk something before that one noise, that was my foot.
Yeah, like, hey, where are you? Like, I'm over here. Okay, so did you just make that sound? No. Okay, well then maybe we got something here.
Yeah, like
what was that? Oh, that was me accidentally,
knocked my hand or bumped into a wall. It's pitch black half the time when we go places. We're gonna trip and stumble, or something's gonna get knocked into. But even just like your investigation at the Assumption Records, I was sitting in 2-3 rooms over looking at the security footage, completely isolated while you were in the confessional booth. There's no way you could thought that evidence could have been tampered with. Because one, I wasn't over there. You wanted to do a solo thing, so you did the solo thing, and even if I would have wanted to go over and scare you or something, you would have heard me come.
Mm-hmm.
You would have heard me breathing or have stumbling to try and open up that confessional window.
Yeah. You couldn't have got back there anyway, because it was full of boxes and shit, so nobody was able to get back there.
Yeah, I remember, even before we started, we were doing our first walkthrough. You had it closing. That was solid wood. It was a pain in the ass just closing.
I wanted to make sure it was closed before before I did the solo thing, because that was the first thing I said. I said, what if, because I even asked you, I said, what if that thing opens while I'm in the middle of this thing?
Yeah.
What the fuck am I going to do?
Yeah,
And
the owner, he was there saying, like, he's never opened it. Or he never tried to move it.
Yeah.
He just kept it there because, it's valuable.
Yes. Yeah, he left it because it was all the original wood and everything, so he kept it as is.
Yeah.
But I'll never forget that time. I know people probably said it was fake, but
I mean, that's why we try to go back to some things. We will do recaps of it.
that's
and
that's a night I'll never forget, because that was, for one, it was our first investigation, and we weren't even really trying. We were just practicing.
Yeah.
And
And we went in with cheap Walmart camera on our phones, trying to sit there and just say, all right, let's do this, But
it was like a $20 camera that didn't, but you got to start somewhere.
got to start somewhere, and it also helps with, because we got that kind of courage to do, and I pick up on the voodoo of things, or like, the empathy part of it, Like, I'll sit there and get a feeling that I don't normally feel. So it's good that we do things. We know it's legit. We know it is. Ourselves, and even like previous podcasts, we've done about every haunt we do, every investigation. We'll tell our feelings. This one was really good. This one we really got scared. We really got spooked. But this one didn't really feel like it. We were just kind of bored the whole time. We're honest with it. There's no reason we'd spend $500+ just to lie about something. We're gonna be disappointed we spent $500.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not gonna try to make something out.
We didn't get it. We, like I said, it's Shawnee. We didn't get what we wanted to. It wasn't what we expected. We didn't. That doesn't mean that it's not haunted. It's just it didn't respond to us, and that's okay. Not every place is going to be an A. You gotta. It's like with anything, you're going to have a few F's, and you're going to have a few disappointments, and
I think it's too. We were doing pretty good. Like the first 4 investigations we were doing, 2 of it was really good. It was like really promising. It was like, okay, like you kind of have to have a reminder that you get something every time.
Yeah. That's the thing. You're like, you're not going to get something every time. That kind of keeps you grounded and to say, okay, all right, it's going to happen.
Kind of recap things. We're looking into doing newer stuff. We got a couple already planned that we'll release later. And we're going to look back into a couple older things. A couple redos.
Yeah, we want to revisit a couple places that way. We want to make sure, because I want to tackle Shawnee again, because I know, thousands of people can't be wrong.
It's got history too.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people have gone there and proven it. So.
Yeah, the history, the recipe is there. There's no doubt with the struggles with the settlers and the natives. It's there. If you just Google the history of the place, of that area, I mean, you got the dead kids buried on the ground. They're there.
Yeah.
Got
they got the exact location too.
The battles, the Native American burial ground they found when they tried to expand.
Doing a little tour, they said there's still more there. They stopped because they're finding so much.
Yeah.
They're running out of money.
It's there. It's there. It's just.
And that was one of the only places. That was the main place that we got something out of too. Because I remember, what was it? We were walking out there because this was one of the last things we did. We walked out because it's a big field. And
yeah, because they told us around like what was it, like 1 o'clock in the morning is usually it's the most active out there, so that's about the time we went out through there.
Yeah, we were walking through all the way down. And I was looking for something, trying to find a voice over something like the Shawnee language or something. I found like a
Or like some kind of tribal music or
yeah,
dance or
I found
something.
like a war chant or something.
Yeah.
And the moment I did that, I found something.
Well, it made the meter go off after.
Man, that meter went off to 5.7, something like that. You know, so I mean, and also phones can't pick up those things. You know, we use our phones the whole entire night. You know, so those things, there's something there. Like you said, just having this you and I, it's
It's
too
hard.
large of an area just to have two people. You know, even if you and I was split up, you know, that's a 5-man operation. You know, trying to cover. Okay, well, let's go to this spot. Let's go into the field. Let's go over by the pool. Let's go by the Ferris wheel, the swing set. You know, the burial. It's so big. So, but I got a little bit better resources and stuff. We can pull stuff off. You know, and definitely looking forward to it.
Alright, so that's what's been going on, if anybody was wondering or cared or whatever. But there it is, it's out there, and we're gearing up to get ready to start this shindig over again.
If anybody is watching and listening to it, you know, we always like feedback. You know, we always like places we can go, or you know, different little extra tidbits that we missed. You know, it's always good to know that, oh, hey, I got family over here.
Yeah, or hey, we went, like, even if you're another, you know, paranormal person and you went somewhere that we're going to go, and you say, oh, hey, we went there, you know, a couple of months ago, you know, go here, or, you know, we captured this. I'm always interested in people's experiences or anything that they've captured or done. I mean, I love that stuff.
Yeah, even too, like, you know, we're open to collaborating with people too. You know, I mean, never hurts to have a couple extra set of hands that knows what to do.
Yeah, especially
You know?
even like Shawnee or Moundsville. I mean, the prison is so huge.
Mm-hmm.
There's always something going on at any time in any section of that place. And you know, the Opera House was a pretty decent size. So, you know, it's hard to try to be at the right place at the right time to capture something.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. But that's the whole point. Ghosts they're not circus performers. They're not on your time schedule. They're on theirs, and you just got to be ready.
Or you just gotta get mad.
Well, you could do that. I mean,
Pretty good at teasing it.
if that's what that demon did to me at the Opera House, then well done, sir.
That's the case. When we go back there, I'll start provoking it. We had enough religious artifacts here that they're legit too.
See,
like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I don't know. I think I was protected enough, but I don't know. You don't know. I don't know.
We'll go back there. That's definitely on the list of place to recap. You know.
Yeah, because if that, I mean, I'm not saying it was the case or isn't. I'm not even saying I even believe in that, but you know, it would be interesting to ask it. Hey, did you fuck my life up?
Yeah, trust me, I don't know.
Because, you know, that's, and if he did, then well done. I learned my lesson.
You're gonna be like that easy.
Huh?
We're not gonna let it down. I'm gonna do it full. I want to see something. If we go back there, I'm staying down there the whole night.
Well, if we go back, yeah, he's going to have to present himself. He's going to have to face it.
Yeah, as we go back there too. I'm not gonna go down that fight. I'm gonna come out with something. There's a lot there. Especially doing it, me finding out that potentially I have family from there. Somebody who's supposedly haunted. Being there too. Or like even that. That's more my thing that I believe. I'll find something to piss it off enough. I wasn't in the basement enough. I was more up in the rafters during that time.
Yeah.
So I'll spend some time. I'll find something. I'm used to waking up with scratches on my back and feeling like a train hit me in the forehead. So I'll get something. We'll get something to go back to, but always helps. So here's to the ARL. Back again, ready to go.
Alrighty. Well, thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll get back to you at some point the next couple weeks. Hopefully, we'll have another hunt under our belts, and we'll get that out to you so y'all can see that, and we'll see you on the other side.
Yeah.